From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
No, not a pandemic. I blame it on crime.
Now at 6, a Bay Area restaurant owner closing up shop after decades. How he says rising crime has driven even longtime loyal customers away.
Plus, 100 years since one of the most destructive wildfires in Berkeley's history, the city's putting in new safety measures. But are they really ready for the next one?
And later, a Santa Rosa cemetery ransacked, the grave markers stolen. We'll tell you why the crime has erased years of work by local historians. Live from the CBS studios in San Francisco, I'm Brian Hackney.
And I'm Andrea Nakano. We begin tonight in Oakland, where a popular downtown restaurant will be shutting down at the end of the month. Le Cheval at the corner of Clay and 10th Streets has been an Oakland institution for almost 4 decades.
The owner tells our Don Lynn it's not the pandemic, it is the crime that has killed his business.
Sun Tran's mother opened Le Cheval 38 years ago.
This is my mother, the founder, and older brother, older sister.
The family-run restaurant serves up Vietnamese cuisine with a touch of French influence.
They're very popular, the spicy wing, the cooked beef steak, and garlic noodles.
This is an institution to Oakland, and it's very well known.
This institution is shutting down on September 30th.
And I say that shut down, everyone crying. My family member, my employee. I feel really bad. It broke my heart. It broke my heart.
He laid off workers, cut back on restaurant hours, even closed down on Sundays to try to avoid permanent closure, but says he can no longer push forward. Business is at about 25% of pre-pandemic levels.
Even with the free rent right now, we still cannot survive.
Even with
free rent, we still cannot survive.
He blames auto burglaries and crime for the shutdown. Some customers were even robbed at gunpoint.
Even right on the front of the restaurant, and their car still broken into. And that they really mad. And they told me, son, I love your restaurant, I love your food, I love your family, but I cannot come back to Oakland. $30 meal become like $500 something.
I'm afraid to drive my vehicle here, so I actually caught an Uber here. I won't drive it because it could cost you a couple grand with your windows gone.
Oakland police report auto burglary is up 46% this year compared to last, more than 10,000 cases so far. Robbery also went up by 30%.
The lack of office worker, it not kill us. The crime, the criminal kill us.
City Council President Nikki Fortunato-Bass says the police department will soon expand on the number of foot patrol officers. The CHP is also sending in help.
We know people are fearful. We know they're frustrated. They are hurting. We don't want to lose another business.
But Sun says it's too late for Le Cheval.
Mad, really mad. Very, very disappointing. You know, then the politicians in Oakland here, they can do nothing. Just talk only.
Not just a big loss for the community, but tough on a personal level as well. I first came here in the summer of 1998. I was an intern at the Port of Oakland working in the Human Resources Department. My supervisor and the co-workers, they would bring me here almost on a weekly basis. I remember they used to say, Le Cheval's got the best kebabs and the best food. A lot of great old memories from this place.
And after the September 30th closure, Sun says that he plans to take time off, but he would like to reopen the restaurant somewhere else, most likely in a neighboring city.
Now to San Francisco. Police are investigating double shooting in downtown. This happened on the corner of 7th and Marcus Streets last night. Police say they found a victim with gunshot wounds near Jones and McAllister Streets. Social media video from Frisco Live 415 shows officers and paramedics helping the victim. Police say a person approached officers saying they had also been shot. Both victims were taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries.
In San Mateo County, sheriff's deputies arrested a man for attempted murder in Redwood City after they say that he attacked somebody with a knife. It happened last night about 9:45 at a home in the 400 block of 4th Avenue. Deputies say the suspect drove away after stabbing a 61-year-old man, and then it turns out police actually caught a suspect after an unrelated traffic stop. They say 35-year-old Catalina Ortiz Perez tried to run away from deputies. After they grabbed him, they realized he matched the description of the stabbing suspect. For the victim's part, he had minor injuries. He's expected to recover. In San Jose, police are investigating after a pedestrian was hit and killed last night. This was just before 8 o'clock near the intersection of Quimby and South White Roads. The 25th pedestrian death in the city this year. There is no word on any arrests.
On this day, exactly 100 years ago, the city of Berkeley was engulfed in a raging wildfire that destroyed more than 580 homes. It serves as a warning, but how much has really been learned? John Ramos has a story.
It feels like the threat of wildfire hangs over all of us these days. And if a city needs a reason to become more fire safe, they can look to what happened in Santa Rosa or Paradise or most recently Lahaina, Maui. But in Berkeley, they need look no further than their own history. Long before we blamed everything on climate change, dangerous winds still blew across the Bay Area. And on September 17, 1923, a massive wildfire roared out of Wildcat Canyon and into the city of Berkeley, destroying homes as far as the eye could see. UC Berkeley students pitched in to help carry people's furniture and possessions to safety. John Aronovici's grandmother sheltered 30 people in her home that night.
And my grandmother was very smart. There was no water. The water mains were broken. There was no well. So where did she get water? She drained the hot water heater for 50 gallons.
On Sunday morning, the city commemorated the anniversary with a fire-ready festival, urging residents to practice preparedness and learn lessons from the disaster a century ago.
We need to reflect on this moment, but also to recommit ourselves to make sure that it never happens again.
But it did happen again in 1991. The terrible tunnel fire destroyed more than 3,000 homes in the Oakland-Berkeley hills. Longtime resident Daryl Dickerhoff remembers asking himself the same question that people probably asked back in 1923.
And then I remember, sitting in our home looking up at the hills, and you kind of wonder, when do you start packing up and leaving?
The city hopes this will help. A collection of siren speakers, some portable, some fixed, that can broadcast an audible warning as well as voice instructions. Officials offered a first demonstration of it at the festival.
2, 1.
This is a test of the City of Berkeley's outdoor warning system. This is only a test.
So the goal is, if there's a particular neighborhood or area that's threatened, we can actually provide information to the public in open air about what the nature of the hazard is and what appropriate actions can be taken.
But have we learned how to prevent the destruction in the first place? After the 1923 inferno, a local law was passed requiring houses to be built of less flammable materials. But historian Tom Edwards says it didn't last long.
Very quickly, the lumber lobby prevailed, so within about a year or two, they reversed that. So people don't seem to learn very quickly, do they?
A lot of things have improved, from early warning to fire suppression. But the roads are still narrow and winding, and there are more trees in the neighborhoods than ever. This is what the corner of Virginia and Scenic looked like 100 years ago. This is what it looks like today. The question is, have we learned anything at all?
Historians say in 1923, there were actually few trees in the neighborhood. The fire was spread by high grasses and burning wood shingles blowing from house to house.
In other news, a celebration in San Francisco this weekend honoring the legacy of maybe San Francisco's first real character, the self-proclaimed Emperor Norton. Joshua Norton was born in England and came to the city during the gold rush, lost money speculating on rice in the 1850s. A century before its time, he tuned in and dropped out, and now has a street named after him in the financial district. Well, that's time for you. Hundreds came out to celebrate Emperor Norton Place, located between Montgomery and Kearny Streets, and we spoke with a fan of the emperor himself about why the memory of the emperor endures.
We were a city just coming out of the gold rush era, so we were in a bit of a bust in those days, and people seeing me walking around the street dressed like this, it appealed to them. It made them feel more cheerful about the state of the city.
Good likeness there. That Emperor Norton enthusiast began his career as a magazine editor, and he's since transitioned to become a San Francisco tour guide, making 100 appearances a year, obviously in full uniform. Good job. Still ahead here at 6. Every time we see a major earthquake like the recent one in Morocco, we've all got the same question. When's it going to happen here? If only we knew. It is a matter of time, but why we should be much better prepared than other parts of the world.
And later, a fresh start of sorts, how a tattoo removal program is playing a big role in rehabilitation process for inmates at San Quentin.
When you're younger, you get a dumb tattoo, and then you realize later on, you're like, oh man, now I gotta live with this forever.
And coming up in the first alert forecast, we did it again. Nobody, Bay Area wide, got out of the mid-70s today. 10 degrees below average if you were inland. We do have a warm-up coming. It's not a big one, but we are going to start warming up a bit. I'll show you how high the numbers are about to go as we say goodbye to what was a gorgeous afternoon and a time lapse. Forecast coming up.